Hello, here's a short reflection for Monday the 25th of July as I enter my final week in the Chorley and Leyland circuit. I've been reading through Paul's letter to the church in Ephesus. Ephesians contains 3 blocks of prayers that Paul prays for the church that he has left and is praying for from a distance. Last week we looked at the biggest section, which was in chapter 1 of Ephesians. The second section and the third section shorter, and the second section comes in chapter 3, at the end of chapter 3, where Paul has been talking about the glory of God and all that God has done through Jesus Christ. And then he breaks out in prayer. In the NIV, this little section is called a prayer for the Ephesians. So it's Ephesians 3 and verse 14. For this reason, I kneel before the Father, from whom his whole family in heaven and on earth derives its name. I pray that out of his glorious riches he may strengthen you with power through his Spirit in your inner being, so that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith. Well, I'm going to break this prayer down over the next few days and then finish at the weekend with the final prayer that Paul prays over the Ephesians. But just tonight, also to introduce to you one of the songs that I worked on during my sabbatical in January, February and March. Paul says, for this reason, because of all that God has done for us through Christ, I kneel before the Father. This is the attitude of prayer. I kneel before God the Father, from whom his whole family in heaven and on earth derives its name. And then he goes on to pray. So it's this posture of kneeling before the Father to pray for God's people wherever they are, on earth and in heaven. One of the songs that I wrote during the sabbatical, and I sang it for the first time at the Tadar party at the town hall just a couple of weeks ago, our family Thanksgiving party. The song is called Ubuntu, U-B-U-N-T-U, Ubuntu. It's an African word, a South African word, which is hard to translate into English, but it means something like, I am who I am because we are who we are. My life is shaped by yours and yours by me. It's that idea of no human being is an island, but we actually become who we are because of the communities that we're a part of. And that's certainly true when I think back over the churches that I've belonged to, that nurtured me in the faith, that have nurtured me in ministry. And so this song, Ubuntu, is all about how we need one another. We were created to be in community. And I could see a link into this passage. For this reason, I kneel before the Father, from whom his whole family on earth and in heaven derives its name. One human family under God. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, I am I because of who we are. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, embracing all the world, both near and far. And I played some African drums in the background, so I'll leave this with you as a song tonight as we thank God that through Christ we are one family, sisters and brothers, siblings together, one family under God, from whom the whole family derives its name. And we kneel before God and pour out our prayers to God, and we'll see how Paul prays for the Ephesian church over the next few days. But tonight I leave you with a first recording of this song, Ubuntu. I hope you like it, and perhaps you'll be able to kind of join in with me with some of it once I get going, once I work out where's best to place this. So we'll get the drums going and then I'll give a little sing. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, I am I because of who we are. I thank God for who I am in Christ and who I'm becoming because of the communities that I've been a part of. There's a bit of African drumming. This is how the song goes. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, I am I because of who we are. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, embracing all the world near and far. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, I am I because of who we are. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, embracing all the world near and far. A life of fullness meant for everyone is promised by the ever-present Son. And all the while until the day is done, we'll love our neighbour, each and every one. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, I am I because of who we are. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, embracing all the world near and far. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, I am I because of who we are. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, embracing all the world near and far. It takes a village all to raise a child, to raise the fallen we will seek and find, to heal the sick, to open eyes once blind, a love that strengthens all of humankind. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, I am I because of who we are. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, embracing all the world near and far. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, I am I because of who we are. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, embracing all the world near and far. If you want to travel fast, you go alone. If travelling with others, you'll go far. Do for others what you would have them do for you, thinking always, what would Jesus do? Ubuntu, Ubuntu, I am I because of who we are. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, embracing all the world near and far. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, I am I because of who we are. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, embracing all the world near and far. That's the song Ubuntu. Wonderful word. I am I because we are who we are. For this reason I kneel before the Father, from whom his whole family in heaven and on earth derives its name. Tomorrow we'll look a bit further at the prayer and see what Paul prays for the church in Ephesus. But for tonight, good night. God bless you. Hope you have a peaceful night and hope to spend some time with you tomorrow. Ubuntu, Ubuntu, I am I because of who we are. Thanks be to God. Good night.